Johnny Depp made Jennifer Lawrence completely lose it that day, and he shocked everyone. That's why nobody breaks celebrities like Johnny Depp. It's not just a talent, it's a lifestyle. Johnny doesn't just act, he lives in a world where the line between reality and a comedy sketch is permanently blurred. Take the moment he walked onto Jack Whitehall's show. Before he even sat down, the entire audience was already in stitches. Why? Because Johnny doesn't follow the script of a serious actor. He treats every public appearance like an intimate, slightly chaotic meeting where he can casually drop lines like, "I want you to know that I can't not see you on the toilet." It's that raw, unpredictable energy that makes even the most seasoned stars like Jennifer Lawrence crumble. Whether it's his awkward run-ins with customs officers where he claims his gerbils are clean, or the legendary story of him replacing a robotic animatronic at Disney World just to jump out and scream at unsuspecting tourists, Johnny proves one thing. In a world of polished PR, he is the only star who stays authentically, hilariously human. But it's not just the fans he keeps on their toes, it's everyone from high-profile talk show hosts to international translators. During a press event, while a translator was trying to do his job, Johnny leaned in with a look of pure confusion and asked, "Will he ever stop? There's a man in my ear speaking." He turns the most mundane professional interactions into viral gold. And let's not even get started on his travel story. Imagine being a customs officer in Miami and opening a bag belonging to one of the world's biggest stars, only to find piranhas and vampire bats covered in a mysterious white powder. Before the officer could even call for backup, Johnny calmly explains it was just vitamin powder and some stuffed animal. This is the gilded cage of fame at its finest, where stuffed bats and bizarre jokes are just another Tuesday. Johnny's sense of humor is so wicked that even the dark humor king Ricky Gervais admitted that if the world truly knew what Johnny was like, his career would be over. Gervais recalled a scene where they were shoving a co-star down a toilet, and Johnny, with a straight face, asked if he could perform a certain private act while they did it. It's this unfiltered, often boundary-pushing wit that makes him the ultimate celebrity goat. From his uncanny Donald Trump impressions that left J-Law breathless, to the time he accidentally became a believer because he misunderstood a journalist's question during a press conference for Rango, Johnny Depp remains the only man in Hollywood who can turn a disaster into a masterpiece just by being himself. He doesn't just play characters, he breaks the very idea of what a celebrity should be. If you thought Johnny's movie sets were chaotic, you haven't seen him in a court of law, where he turned a high-stakes legal battle into a viral stand-up special. For most celebrities, a courtroom is a place of terror and career-ending tension. But for Johnny, it was just another stage. He didn't just defend himself, he dismantled the opposition with a level of wit that left even his own legal team struggling to keep a straight face. When a lawyer tried to grill him about his pathetic behavior, Johnny didn't get angry. He simply looked at the legal documents and told the attorney, "You read that very, very well." He turned the tables on every aggressive question, proving that no one can outsnark a man who spent decades playing the world's most eccentric pirate. At one point, when asked about a bizarre incident involving his pants in a foyer, Johnny gave the ultimate Depp answer, "I don't remember." Next question. This wasn't just a trial. It was a masterclass in staying cool under the gilded cage pressure of global scrutiny. But to truly understand why Johnny is the way he is, you have to look at the company he kept. His friendship with the legendary rebel journalist Hunter S. Thompson is the stuff of Hollywood myth. Imagine meeting a friend for the first time in a dark Colorado bar, and he walks in with a 3-foot cattle prod in one hand and a taser in the other, screaming at the crowd to get out of his way. That was Johnny's introduction to his mentor. Most people would have run for their lives, but Johnny stayed, went back to Hunter's house, and spent the night building a literal bomb. They even spent their 3 a.m. hours ambushing neighbors like Don Johnson, firing weapons into the air, just for the thrill of the chaos. This is the raw, unedited version of Johnny Depp that fans rarely see. A man who finds peace in the middle of an explosion. When he isn't building bombs or winning court cases, Johnny retreats into a world of hobbies that would make most people shiver. He is a collector of unusual tastes, specifically his massive collection of dead bugs. He once told Ellen, with a completely straight face, that he was just a lonely guy who got a hold of some bug, describing an enormous cockroach the size of a small dog. This is the ultimate celebrity flex. being so rich and famous that you can spend your free time painting 11 different versions of elephants for your friends or obsessing over a few hairs on your beard. It's this mix of the bizarre and the brilliant that keeps the Western audience hooked. Whether he's admitting to his constant state of being drunk or revealing his favorite body part is the back of his head, Johnny remains the most unpredictable man in Hollywood. He's a billionaire who lives like a starving artist, a superstar who hates watching his own movies, and a rebel who would rather play with Barbies with his daughter than walk a red carpet. Behind the billion-dollar success of Pirates of the Caribbean lies a trail of outtakes so chaotic that Disney executives were reportedly terrified Johnny was sabotaging the entire franchise. On set, Johnny doesn't just play Jack Sparrow, he becomes a walking, talking distraction that makes it impossible for his co-stars to stay in character. Keira Knightley and Orlando Bloom eventually had to create a no-look policy. The only way to survive a scene with Johnny was to literally never look him in the eye. The moment the camera turned away, Johnny would unleash the full, unfiltered Jack Sparrow, leaving the cast pissing themselves with laughter. Whether it was his sword accidentally nearly going up his co-star's nose or a random helicopter flyover ruining a serious moment, Johnny's response was always a dry, witty remark that kept the crew from losing their mind. He's the only man who can be rejected for a kiss by Jimmy Kimmel and still walk away looking like the coolest person in the room. But Johnny's outlaw status goes far beyond simple set pranks. In a candid game on The Ellen Show, he leaned into his Mile High Club reputation, admitting to things most A-listers would hide behind a dozen publicists. He confessed to joining the club, lying to get jobs, and even seeing his Mordecai co-stars naked, all with that signature, mischievous smirk. This is the celebrity goat behavior that keeps the internet obsessed. He doesn't care about the gilded cage of perfect reputation. He'd rather channel his inner otter with Benedict Cumberbatch on live TV or spend his press tours making fun of his own sparse beard than act like a traditional movie star. Even when a horse decided to bolt at top speed in the middle of a desert shoot, Johnny didn't panic. He just grabbed the mane and rode out the chaos. It's that same Kentucky bred grit that allows him to admit he has no self-respect when it comes to his career. He just does what feels right in the moment. The truth is, Johnny Depp is a paradox wrapped in a leather jacket. He's the billionaire who gets confused by his own movie title, the actor who avoids watching his own performances because he feels better not knowing, and the man who would rather be in a bathroom having a follow-up discussion with a fan than attending a boring industry gala. From his bizarre love for painting elephants to his legendary honesty that catches everyone off guard, Johnny remains the most authentic soul in a city built on mirrors. He broke the Hollywood mold years ago, and since then, no one has even come close to filling his boots. He is the ultimate reminder that you can be at the very top of the world and still be the guy who builds bombs at 3:00 a.m. and plays with Barbies until the sun comes up. In the end, we don't just love Johnny Depp for the movie. We love him because, in a world of fake smiles, he's the only one who actually makes us laugh. Johnny Depp is truly one of a kind. A rebel who conquered Hollywood on his own terms. If you think Johnny is the ultimate celebrity GOAT, drop a Team Depp in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of the world's most iconic legend. You won't want to miss our next episode on the secret lifestyle of Elon Musk.